have you guys ever felt like your life was just like bland, like was just like nothing's happening to you, but a lot of things are happening to like your friends, your family, or whatsoever. Like you're just on the sideline, and you're just seeing it all like happen. You're just like, what's happening with my life?
Yeah, like life's just happening.
Yeah, like you're still.
Yeah.
Season of loneliness.
Exactly.
You're a side character.
Essentially, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Have you guys ever felt like you're a side character? If you have, just comment down below. Let us know. Essentially, side characters were like nothing's. You're just what?
Or even just an extra. Like,
Or yeah, even
just,
that,
you're
even
just a
that.
bystander.
Dude, I think one time I felt like an extra or a side character, especially this one time. We'll talk more about it, but like basically, this is one of my favorite moments of being a side character in someone's life. It was like 2 a.m. or 12 a.m. or some shit. It was me, Dom, and I think our friend Summer was there too, our best man. And basically, we're sitting in our McDonald's booth. What happened next was a bride and groom come into McDonald's.
Right.
And in that moment, I'm just like, what the fuck? That's their moment. They're literally ordering McDonald's in front of us. And I'm just like there. I'm like, wow, I am. Well, the simp side of me is like, oh, this is so cute, man. I want to do this shit too. You know?
At a McDonald's?
Yeah, but not get married there. That's embarrassing. Sorry. You know what video I'm talking about? But McDonald's sponsor me, even though I've worked for you guys and I still fucking hate you guys.
Pretty sure that was a proposal.
No, because they had a photographer and everything.
It's like a wedding, like engagement photography, or is it the wedding day?
The wedding day they just finished.
Oh, that's
you know
so
how like
cute.
they have the cars where it's just married or whatever. It's like they came to McDonald's at like 2 a.m, just getting cheeseburgers or something, and I'm like, this is such a good moment.
Yeah.
And I remember I did an audio recording about it, and I think I still have it, but it's like it involves another girl, so I'm not gonna get into that.
Another girl.
This is in 2019.
Another girl, Sarah.
This is in 2019.
Wow.
But it was that girl in 2019. That girl.
Oh, I know that girl.
Not one of the. Anyways,
man, there's so many girls, man. Sometimes, honestly, guys, real talk. Like, real talk. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Like, sometimes it's hard to keep up with Ken's storylines because there's just so many females in Ken's life, like that he's.
Yeah.
Did you say females, bro?
Sorry, women. There's so many women.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. So many women in Ken's life that he just, like, this guy's a ladies' man. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys.
Yeah, Barney, what's up?
Yeah.
Whoa. I still don't think I'm Barney.
Anyways.
Even though we discussed. Anyways.
Crazy it is, you know?
What's going on, guys? Welcome to an episode of the Booth Podcast. My name is Kenneth, my co-host.
Dom.
And Sarah.
And this is the podcast where we talk about life, love, and deep things you can't talk about with anyone else. And as you can see, this is the booth. If you're new here, welcome. We are 3 individuals with very different personalities.
Very different.
Very much different.
Very different.
So this is my voice, Ken, if you're listening on the Spotify or Apple.
I'm Dom. My voice is very deep and monotoned.
No, it's not. I'm Sarah.
And that's Sarah, as you can tell. That's the girl voice. That's the girl voice. So it'll be pretty easy to comprehend. But yeah, essentially our topic is about why you should be the main character in your life. This is honestly, it's trending on TikTok again. I remember it trended back in like early.
Man, where do you think I got the idea from, guys? Come on now.
But yeah, honestly,
it's trending?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, I have not been on it.
You're in your main
Oh,
character
yeah.
era. You
Sorry.
feel me?
So let's start off with the basics. What does it mean to be a main character?
Essentially, based off like what it means, what the definition is, a main character is basically the protagonist. This is just the Gen Z term of like what a protagonist is in their own story. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. What do you guys think the main character is?
I think the main character, sorry, I was about to burp. The main character is someone who you focus on just yourself, or like the only thing that you're focusing on is what's happening in your life right now. That's what it means to be a main character. You're not focusing about like what's happening in another person's life. You're going through your own life, your own problems, and you're solving them.
Ken, what do you think a main character is?
We don't have sound effects yet.
But we do.
We don't know what they do. Yeah, we don't know what they do.
We can't press them right now, but
I'd want to press, you know that one that I'm talking about? Yeah. Anyways, so to me, this is what I think the main character means. Putting yourself first and essentially going through with the ideas that you want to pursue. And I like to think that I do that.
Yeah, you do.
Wait, what?
You do.
You do.
I do.
I do.
You just wanted our validation.
I don't need validation. I just want to hear it again. So this could be like careers, jobs, dating, anything. You know, you're just like honing down on yourself and not essentially caring about what's happening in other people's lives because they have their own things that's going on. Right. So your focus is diverted towards yourself. And that's, in my opinion, that's really good because then you stop worrying about like what's happening here and there. Right. So I like to believe I'm the main character. Obviously, I'm the main character in my own life. I don't think I'm the main character in anyone else's. Because I have full control, right? And that's actually the main character. I told this to them earlier. Like, this is how you know if you're the main character. When things are happening to you and not to anyone else.
Yeah.
Right?
I think when things are constantly happening to you, that's also another reason as to why you're the main character, good or bad. The things could be good or bad.
Yeah.
Like you like life's just testing you, making you go through your character development. You feel me? Like even if like for example, it's a lesson that you have to learn, but then they come in the form of a person.
Yeah.
That one sucks. You know those ones?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know those ones. I hate it also. It's like when you're being used to deliver those messages, like why me? You know, why not somebody else? I'm tired.
Right.
I actually kind of like it.
Use him, God.
No, okay. No, okay. Listen. When I pray sometimes, like I will literally say this like to God, saying like, God, use me as an instrument, if you will, for those that need help and those who need something. So for me, it's like a positive connotation. I'm like, I'm okay with being used for the right reason, right? Like as long as I can help them and get them to where they need to be, ease their pain or anything like that. I know you're gonna say savior complex.
No. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something.
But
At what cost?
Yeah, like so
my
for
own heart, like just out of kindness.
Right. I guess from her perspective, if I'm not wrong, you mean like
He's about to mansplain. Sorry, continue.
no.
Okay.
From
Canceled.
This is from what I'm thinking that you're talking about is like if he were to like just date somebody and then like there's lots of things that are quote wrong with her and then you're kind of like teaching her like, oh, like you can't be doing this to people, blah blah blah, and like you're hurting your own heart by trying to help her or like be better.
Yeah, in a way where it's like to me it's like, is it my mental health that's costing it? But I see your side as well.
Yeah,
where it was like when I was going through my heartbreak, it was like, oh, the video that went viral of me crying helped so many people that my pain essentially inspired and like helped others go through their heartbreak. Where it's like you want to be used as an instrument in order to make people feel that way, or like relieved, feel inspired, and like I understand that.
Because the lesson isn't implemented in one way; it's for both ways. Think of it as a teacher, right? Let's say I'm a teacher, you're a student. I teach you a lesson, whatever. You're taking that lesson in, right? Two, I'm also learning on how to deliver that lesson or how to like properly execute whatever I'm trying to do or tell you, right? So it's a learning. It's learning is two ways. Yes. That's how I see it.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah,
you're right.
Anyways,
I was gonna say to me, being the main character means like to evolve through life with like things that you've come to learn and like things that need to be tried and tested by like life's obstacles and like opposing characters.
Like what?
Like for example, if you grew up to like believe life is this certain way, but then like someone else comes along and goes, well, no, you could also live it this way. Or like something else happens and it's like it's completely like the opposite of what you thought life was. You're constantly testing out your own theories, your own philosophy, and like as you get older, you're slowly like being like, oh, this is what my reality actually is, and you get to like kind of learn more about what life really is for you, right? Because I feel like everyone has different things happening to them and things that can change their whole perspective, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, you said something about perspective, like change your whole perspective. So, you know, sometimes you'll feel like a side character or a main character whatsoever from time to time, right? What are the times where you kind of need to harness that main character energy and just use it as like a pick me up? Like what's
like how do you pick yourself up?
Yes,
like you know when things are not happening, you're very like on the sidelines, but then you want to put yourself in the center. Like how do you do that?
This brings us to a little segue to Project U, right? Because, you know, like Project U essentially is about dedicating time towards yourself you know, the best project that you could work on is you,
I agree.
right? You know?
Also, romanticizing your life.
Mm.
Like, there's so many things you can do to like center yourself, and I think one of those things is like the little things that you do make it into a big deal. It's like you're going grocery shopping. Okay, like go grocery shopping in a nice outfit, listen to your favorite music, and then just like, you know, like act like there's a camera following you around and you're just acting in your life. That's your main character moment.
Mm. I feel like any time that you're going through like your biggest struggle is the time to harness that main character energy. Like there's like a little like sound on TikTok that used to trend where it was like, it was by Joe Rogan, where it was just like pretend like there is a camera crew like filming you right now, and you're at the point in the movie where life has gone super shitty for you. You lost everything. Now, what are you gonna do to like get to the end of the movie where you're having that happy ending, essentially? And so like that's when I feel like it's one of the most necessary times to harness that main character energy is when you feel like you're at the very bottom, because at that point, like, what is there else to lose, right?
I think I like to harness that main character energy whenever I'm like about to go on a date with a girl.
Ooh.
Cause before, you know, I'd be like really like nervous or whatever. My friends would ask me, yo, you like, how do you feel, blah, 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 all that shit, like way before. And I'd tell them, yo, I'm fucking nervous and everything. And then I remember this one time, this date I was like prepping for or whatever, but I go on, I was like, damn, I'm so fucking nervous. And I'm like, yo, breathe and just fuck it, man. Like, just be you. You know, I started hyping myself up, becoming my own cheerleader, and just like getting there and like kind of creating this fake persona, this fake confidence that eventually became real.
The fake it till you make it.
Yes. And then the day went well. It was fine. It was really good. And then little ways and downs, you know, a couple things. Yeah. You know.
Okay.
Why is there every time you tell a story, it's just like, oh, this happened.
Because I'm only good at the start, bro. I don't know how to finish.
It's good, and then just like there's no good ending.
The fact is, you know, he got his foot in the door, guys.
Yeah.
What happened inside the room, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah.
Right? So
we only talk about the good parts. Okay.
But we should also highlight the bad part.
the deleted season.
Oh, no, I don't forget
well, because as a main character, there's also the struggles.
Right. The obstacles, man. What happened?
Well, what happened? Well, since we're gonna dive into it, you know, a lot of things. You know, I can say one. A lot of things happened, and I could be talking about.
Just say the damn thing.
Just say it. Just say what happened.
There's a lot of things that happened, bro. Like, I'm not gonna like, you know, I'm not gonna. Anyways.
Sorry, he doesn't feel comfortable talking about it.
Another moment that I feel like I have to harness main character energy for like a pick me up is like essentially when I've skipped the gym too many times and I'm like, all right, bro, it's time to get fit again. Time to go through a rocky training montage. Anytime there's like a montage moment, that's essentially when I feel like is a pick me up. Like, I remember watching like Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior. If you guys were, you know, an OG Disney kid, you guys know that movie. It was essentially when one of the I'm gonna butcher this. I'm so sorry.
The dude. Say the dude.
The kung fu dude.
Now you say the kung fu dude.
He knew kung fu, dude. You don't know that. You know. Anyways, he was just in his robe, right? Like his
Traditional clothing.
Traditional clothing, yes. And you know he needed to fit in, so he went through like a whole like shopping spree with Brenda Song's character, and like just had a whole makeover. Like anytime that you need like a makeover is also a moment where you get to harness that main character energy. It's like time to like glow up, you know, fix up.
Like that haircut you got?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, that whole trip, bro.
Or did you see that?
Main character moment.
again?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Shit. Time to run. Ow.
Anyways.
Ow. Time
dare
to
you
run
hit
some
him.
errands. You feel me? Main character moment.
No, that's a lot of dudes though. When they get a haircut, they want to do everything, bro. Anything.
You know, it's funny. Yes. So like, when I got my haircut, I was like, I could do everything or I could do nothing. I chose
What the fuck was that?
to do nothing. Because I was like, I didn't want to do it for the sake of like running the errand, you know? Like, That's such a like, you know, like I don't know. I didn't
He's
want
like,
to do that.
I'm
It's
not
like,
like
you
other
just wanna-
boys.
Yeah, I just wanted to.
I'm not like other boys.
But now I guess me
Okay.
mentioning it kind of like cancels it now.
Yeah.
Never
Then the
mind.
next day he
Pam.
went on the errands, so like he
No, I
still went
didn't.
on
I
it.
didn't.
Literally, that was me when I got my fucking like tattoo and earrings, bro.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah.
as soon as I got those, I'm like I purposely just wore like short sleeves, no sweaters. My earrings, I'm like I made sure I try to like get in like, you know, every picture or whatever. I have new earrings coming in, so like I'm excited for those.
Are they stainless steel?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm just making sure.
I think.
God
Anyways,
damn! If you,
I think. Anyways, but yeah, it's like essentially I was changing my persona a little bit, you know, adding more to my character, and it felt good. It felt so fucking good, bro.
You know those ones where you're in a video game and it's like, all right, time to accessorize.
Yeah,
like we
yeah.
got extra coins.
It's like
Time
it's
to
like
add some stuff. Fortnite skins.
exactly, bro. No, on GTA it was funny. GTA was funny, yo. Just because I was rich, I buy the stupidest expensive shit. I'm like, I know it's ugly, but it's expensive. My character, I did my best to make him look cool. In reality, I just made him wear like a fucking wife beater. Sorry, tank top. And
Wife
now
pleaser.
I do that
Wife
to this day.
pleasers.
Yeah.
Why do you think you should be the main character?
Cause like no one else is gonna make you the main character, so why not?
Ken?
I live by this quote, memento mori. Literally means you're gonna die. Right?
Sorry, I just thought
You didn't know that?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Keep going.
anyways, yeah. That just means you're gonna die. And you can take it two ways. I've explained this many times, but long story short, take it two ways. Good way meaning like you have a lot to live for. There's life, you have to experience that. Or the bad way, it's just like, damn, yo, you get worried that you're gonna die. You have to figure shit out. Like, nah, bro, just live. Right? But I think you should become the main character because yeah, you're gonna die, so might as well live life. Right? Live life the way that you want to and not how others want you to.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and then also Eleanor Roosevelt, she said this, where life is meant to be lived and curiosity must be kept alive. Sorry, I have it on like a little side right here. Right? Essentially, as long as you have the curiosity doesn't mean you have to like go into a cave or whatever, find some new door to open. Like no, it can literally just means the idea of you pursuing other things or dreams or goals, aspirations. Right? That's how I perceive it. Where it's like curiosity. You're curious to know if you can actually make it in life. You can actually build this new career, or you know, just build this new passion. Try out this new passion. It's literally just life is just trying shit out. It's experimental at this point, right? And that's the beauty of it. It's your life. Do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah. Life is honestly what you make it. Like keep things interesting.
Yeah.
Keep on growing and just like appreciate every person in your life because they are like the supporting cast, you know, like they're what makes you and just like live life through every moment, like be present in every moment of your life. That's why I think you should be the main character.
Literally, I romanticize my life like every fucking day, and I don't show on social media all the time, obviously, but it's like, dude, I have fun in the littlest things.
Yeah.
Like I think I mentioned this last podcast where I'd be coming home from Dom's house at 3 a.m. walking to my house. Right? I remember so many times where I would just run in the middle of the road just for fun, listening to music while the snow's falling. And to me, that's like a main character moment. And it was great. It was fun because it's just me. I'm literally doing also, I know I just cut myself off, but the main character, how I think of it too, is like shit's happening that's different from others. Like,
Right.
this is why I have a lot of stories of random shit happening to me. Like literally the other day, right? I'm literally waiting for the train. Some random dude comes up to me, is like asking how to get to Spadina Station. 2 minutes later, we talk about personal development, self-care, self-love. What's Toronto like? And I just literally just met this dude. I didn't know who the fuck he was. Turns out he's an author writing a book.
Wow, that's
And
so cool.
I was talking to him the whole way through. I'm just like, this shit. In my head, I'm like, this wouldn't happen to anyone else but me.
Yeah, and you're the side character in his main character life.
Yeah, or he's a guest character popping into your
Yeah.
story.
Yeah,
I mean, he gave me his
That's
LinkedIn. I
true.
just didn't follow him. Right? But yeah, no, I feel that's like one of the most main character moments. That's why you should make it.
Yeah. What are some of your main character moments since you've mentioned it?
Oh, you want me to get another one?
What are your main character moments?
I have a lot, but
Yeah, see, this is the main character, guys. She's
the
the main
main
character.
the main
She's in the middle for a reason,
Yeah.
guys.
the main character moment that is like significant, I think, in my journey on like social media is when I was at the COVID hotel in downtown Toronto. So basically, in December of 2021, there was like a lot of outbreaks of like COVID. So my dad, he was like pending for surgery, and in my family, I was the only one who had COVID, and I had a PCR test. So it wasn't like a rapid test. It was like actually confirmed. So they're like, I called the city of Toronto. They're like, oh, we have this free hotel, like stay. They give you their food. They give you food. You just can't get out of the hotel, like, cause obviously you're isolated. So the entire floor at this hotel is like a COVID floor. So essentially they pick me up at a taxi, like a Beck taxi picks me up, drops me off. And I've vlogged my entire experience, like from day 1 to day 4, because I was there for 4 days and 3 nights, and I would like do like live streams, but very main character moment because, you know, like when I had New Year's Eve, there was fireworks outside my window at the hotel. I got food delivered to me, and all I did was just sleep, read, and then FaceTime my friends and my family. And very main character moment, because who else would that happen to? Got sent to a hotel for free because you had COVID.
The other people in the hotel.
I mean, that's true, but did they have a TikTok?
Facts. Shameless plug.
Did
Shameless plug.
did Vlog TO reach out to them?
Oh, okay. My bad. We forgot who we were talking to. We forgot.
I'm just kidding. So what is your main character moment?
I mean, like, I'd like to think I've had also a lot of main character moments. One recently, which was really funny to me. And I remember, like, Ken even said this to me. He's like, dude, it was like I was watching it straight out of a movie.
Oh, that scene. That scene. I know what scene.
So, so basically, our friend Cheryl, who's a previous guest on the podcast, she had a debut. If you guys don't know what a debut is, it's essentially when, like, a Filipino is turning 18 and they celebrate with this big celebration.
Entering womanhood.
Yes. And a part of that tradition is like having an 18 roses. So essentially like 18 like guys would be picked to dance with her with a rose. They would hand over the rose and then dance with her. And luckily, very, very luckily, I was really late to this party. And very luckily, I came right as the song ended before mine. I came in through the door, swooped in, took my rose, took off my jacket, walked right in, ready to dance. Like right at the second. And I was like, wow, I couldn't have wrote it any better. You know, like it was perfect down to its minute details. And then like at some point in the night, I got pushed into the circle and I did my thing. I did the splits. I did my thing.
Cue the video.
Cue the video. Boom. I thought that was a very funny moment. And yeah, main character moment for me.
And then his pants ripped open. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that would have been so fucking funny.
That would have been funny. Yeah. Still would have been a main character moment, because who else would that happen to?
That's actually like facts. It's funny how you started off yours with I have many, and then I go off with I have many, and Ken this whole podcast was like, yeah, I am the main character. So here we go. Here's another one. He's gonna go, yeah, I have honestly how many too. Like
here's another one.
Here's another one.
This is what the main character would say. I have way more. There you go. Anyways, one of my damn, you see this?
Pause. The main character have been like, no guys, come on. Yeah. Like come on, guys.
Main character don't need to be humble. I'm just saying. Anyways, okay, one of my favorite main character moments happened like earlier in the month of September.
What happened?
You know how we went to the creative meet? Shout out to Mills. That event was really fun. It was only reason I call it by one of my favorite main character moments is because JD was dancing, right? Shout out to JD. And then me and my friend Sarah, we just start hopping in, just start dancing. And it's just like, we create this like circle and like the attention's just like kind of like around us. Mm-hmm. So it was like a collective main character moment.
Yeah.
And it felt great. I had the videos of me dancing. And then.
Sorry. I just cracked my neck.
Oh, I thought you farted, dog. No. Keep that in. Anyways, that thing was so much fun. And because there's a picture, one of my favorite pictures of me ever is just me hugging Cyril. and it's just like us in the middle while it's like crowded and stuff, and it's just me smiling. It's like it's a good wholesome.
You guys had a lot of
picture.
photos
Do the photo,
from
yeah.
that event.
Yeah.
Like, I was surprised that they caught that many
What can we say?
from the
No,
photographer.
We
The
honestly,
the cameras love the main
honestly-
characters.
we honestly were like, yo, takeover.
Yeah,
Boom.
yeah. What's up?
Takeovers
I mean, yo, I did a takeover today.
All right,
On
sorry.
IG, shout out
IG
if you guys
takeover,
if you
yes.
guys are viewing it today. But that but that also felt like a main character moment, just because like although I wasn't surrounded by other people or whatever, like I was just like highlighting my own life through my own eyes, because I was essentially kind of like having a self-care day, essentially, where woke up, did my midterm, ate some Jollibee as breakfast because I needed the fuel, and then literally just like I was able to actually fucking take a nap and sleep good for once.
Nice.
And then and then I went thrifting. Thrifting is like one of my self cares for me, just like buy stuff, right? Just like small little things. And then and then now I'm here. Like to me, that's like a self care day. It's like main character moments. Like, dude, I'm just like highlighting my life,
yeah.
right?
I'd like to say clubbing was also a main
Oh,
character.
for us, for sure.
A main
for sure,
character moment.
for
I
sure.
think every time we've hung out in like any group events, it's always been somewhat of a main character moment
Yeah.
because we always make it so great.
No
like
facts. That's
even
actually
just
facts.
getting McDonald's after the club and like
Yeah.
eating it in the parking lot.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Oh, and then meeting those
those people
people?
in the
Yeah.
parking lot. Yeah.
Shout out to them. They're from Jane and Finch. Shout out to my dogs.
I remember like me and Sarah at one point during like the night, we got put into like the VIP area.
Oh, the booth, the
the
actual booth.
area.
Yeah.
And we were like,
The
we don't know what's happening, but we're gonna keep
and
doing
then
our
she
thing.
pours shots on down
Yeah.
on the both of
Right.
us.
The promoter. Yes, that's the word.
Yeah.
The promoter. And me and Sarah at one point looked at each other like we're trying so hard not to puke on each other,
Yeah.
which also would have been a main
He
character
couldn't
moment.
handle the Casamigos, so
Whoa! I said the both of us.
you can't speak for me. Anyways, next.
I can speak for you because you told me that. So don't try to put the blame on me.
Guys,
Touche.
meet the lightweights.
Whoa! No, that drink just is bad, dude. Trust me on that one.
Can't handle Casamigos. Anyways,
Oh, what main character resonates best with your personality? Because essentially, at times, main character, like your personality, could have kind of been like the foundation, like because of that main character.
Trisha Patio. I'm kidding. The main character that I think resonates with me the most is Veronica Mars. First of all, Kristen Bell. Like, just
Kristen Bell.
her being the
What
voice
a
of
woman.
Gossip Girl. Oh my gosh. Anyways, in Veronica Mars, she is a detective, a high school detective that works for her dad. I work for my dad at his immigration consulting firm sometimes. And then like she's also not intimidated by like all like men and just all these other people, and she's short and she's feisty and aggressive, and I think she's the main character that I resonate with.
Ken?
What about you, Ken?
Sorry, when you said feisty, short, aggressive, I thought a chihuahua, bro.
You just called me a bitch. Okay?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fair enough.
I'm joking.
For the people listening, they just fist bumped.
Yeah. Anyways, for me, I think I resonate well with Will Smith, just because, dude, that dude.
Wait, Will Smith from where? Like
Pursuit of happiness.
from the Oscars? Like which Will Smith?
I've been
Real
gonna-
life?
Okay. I mean, with that. So the character that I resonate well with the most is Will Smith from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, one of my favorite shows, if not my most favorited. But yeah, only reason why I resonate well with him is because, dude, this guy is literally not normal, right? He's doing shit that no one else really does, and everyone's just like, what the fuck is this guy doing? What's next for him, right? And essentially, that dude's he's just having fun,
Yeah.
right? Like, dude, when I watched that as a kid, I was like, this dude's so fucking, he's fly, you know, when they used the word back then. But he was literally just, it was the whole I don't give a fuck mentality, right? That's kind of where it originated from, and it's just like, look how much fun he's having just by being himself. So I kind of like, you know, invoked that into myself, and I was like, I have that I don't give a fuck. I'm me. I do weird shit. You know, I wear whatever, and I'm against the norm in a sense, where I'm doing things that other people aren't. I'm not saying that in a cocky way, by the way. I'm just saying it's like I'm on a different path than everyone else, and it's just amazing, right? Yeah, dude, I just fucking love Will Smith. That dude's just mad funny, and I've been called hilarious, so I'm a Leave that little in there. You know, I'm embracing this for next couple
I
months.
like that now you embrace it before you're like, oh, I'm not that funny. I'm
I
not
still,
that funny. I'm
no,
not.
no, no. I still don't, because I'm literally just spewing shit out my ass.
He's humbled.
No, it's just speaking facts.
Anyways, what about you, Dom?
I wonder who my main character is.
You looked at Barney.
No, I completely turned here, bro.
Okay,
Ted?
so Barney.
No, not Barney Stinson. I'd love to be though. Barney
Ted?
Stinson. No.
Oh, Ned.
She said Ted. She said Ted.
Oh, Ned.
That's a side character.
Oh, yeah.
So, anyways, okay, Ted, go.
I feel like the main character that resonates best with my personality is Spider-Man. Just because, hold on, not because of the cool powers or anything like that. It's because literally the way that Stanley had written him was to be the everybody man. Like he's just like anybody can see themselves in Spider-Man because every part of his body is covered. Like you don't know if he's white, colored, whatever, anything. It could be anybody.
You're Asian?
No, but also in the comics, there's so many different versions of Spider-Man that I
Yeah.
think he could really be anybody.
Yeah, he literally could be anybody. And I always saw myself in Spider-Man, right? Because he always dealt with everyday people problems, minor or major. They were always like either he didn't fit in school or he had trouble with girls or even the major problems like he dealt with loss, grief. And it's just he always found a way to keep putting on a smile and keep moving forward with his life. So that to me is the main character that I resonate with the most, for sure.
So who are the villains?
Ken's the villain.
I'll take that. I'm still a part of the show. Main antagonist. There we go.
What is the most side character moment that you've ever had?
I witnessed a proposal on top of a mountain overlooking the water.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's a whole scene.
It was. No, it really was because before
Damn.
I was there on a hinge date. I was there and then this was like last year. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing at your delivery.
Okay, anyways, so I was there and there's this guy, he was parasailing. After he was done parasailing, we wanted to move because they were setting up the proposal and we didn't want to be in the pictures. And then so this girl walks up, like she had to walk up a hill because obviously when we got there, it was very, it's on top of the mountain. Anyway, so they walk up there and then they see it and then music starts playing and then he like says this whole speech and then the proposal happens and we waited till it was like done. And then, yeah, I felt like a side character during the proposal. It was really well done.
Ken?
I mean, I kind of said mine earlier, but I guess another one I would say is probably what happened like a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, a week ago. Happened this month. Anyways, basically, me and my friends were in a car, 3 of us and two other friends, and essentially, they were kind of having girl talk in the car. So
right.
me and Dom were just like, we're just quiet.
We have no place in this
Like,
conversation.
Yeah.
This is girl talk. We can't just
I felt like the Uber driver.
Yeah, it was a big event in one of our friends'
Yeah.
life that you were just supporting her through
Yeah,
it.
no, I get it.
Exactly, supporting characters.
Yeah. But I would say, aside from that, I would probably say all the times where I've gone to Dom's the Taekwondo festival, the Korean festival. Sorry,
that is a very
Yeah.
side character thing.
because it's
Thank you.
dude, I'm just like sitting there like
No, but to be honest,
it's
maybe,
nice though. I like
maybe
watching
not
it.
because I even forgot about Dom for a sec because we were
Uh-huh.
the watermelon that we got and then we were taking photos.
Oh, that
and
was a
then
main
summer-
character.
that was a
one.
main character
But I'm
thing.
talking about like him just be doing the
Oh,
thing.
when the performance itself.
it's-
Yeah,
it
for
wasn't
sure.
all,
for
it
sure.
wasn't all about me, dog.
Well,
Come on, man.
I felt like it was all about us when we were just.
I think
fucking
you thought. I
around.
think you thought it was all about us.
You know what?
Who's got the ego now?
It's not that. It's just you were
You can't speak
focused.
for me.
You were
I'm gonna use
focused
what you just
on.
said.
You were focused on a lot of other things, so we had to focus on a lot of our things.
Bro,
But then when the
also-
show started going, where was your focus?
What do you mean?
When the show started, where was your focus? Anyways. Go on, Ken. Finish your story.
Actually, no. The
Don't-
lady with the umbrella.
Pause. You're really interrupting my friend
Sorry.
here. Let him tell the story about how he was supporting me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I was supporting Dom, just like recording it from the sidelines. You know, all the years I've gone to, which I think is like 2 or 3, roughly. I think, and yeah, dude, it was like it was fun. It's sick. Like, dude, this is fucking sick. I'm like looking, but then also getting annoyed at the person in front of me because she had a fat umbrella.
A yellow umbrella.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it was fun. Just like supporting my dogs, and just like it's not my moment, and I love that. And it's just like I'm embracing someone's success and someone's passion, performing their craft. Like, what more can you ask, right? But yeah, I would say that's usually like one of my side character moments.
What about you, Dom?
Oh, right. I almost forgot mine for a second. I feel like every time that I've ever like gone to any of the Taekwondo tournaments as a coach, because essentially like, yeah, I do have my little moment of like, I'm going to motivate them like I see in the Rocky movies, but it's their moment. Like I'm being there to help them, achieve their goals, whether that's to win or to learn. That's one thing I always push on them is like, remember, like even if you don't necessarily get what you wanted, you get experience that you've never had, But yeah, I get to like guide them through this experience in their life, and that's not for me, right? Like even though like yes, Ken did mention like essentially you are learning something by teaching them, right? Which is your own moment, but like it really felt like I was really there for them, and especially for my brother who, I've lost count of how many gold medals this kid has won already, but every moment that I've shared with him, like just seeing him fight, it's just like it always just astonishes me, and I get to like be in that moment and hug him once he gets awarded the gold medal. It's like that's his moment. So yeah.
So wait, since we talked about side character, or since we talked about being a side character in like your life, what are some side characters that you resonate with in shows or movies?
Oh wait, like or like I'm them?
Like you just resonate with them.
Oh, not Carlton. I'm kind of stupid, so I can't say that.
What side character do you love?
Carlton and Uncle Phil.
There you go.
Both from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Listen, they're just fucking. I'm gonna go on a little tangent here, bro. They're fucking amazing. Carlton is just like he's like very like strict and stern, but when he lets loose, he starts doing the dance. It's not unusual to be loved by anyone. Anyways, there's that, and then there's Uncle Phil's moments where he's like fatherly figure, and it's just great. It's like, dude, this guy's dropping facts, and he's like he's the man of the family. He's keeping everyone like grounded and humbled, right? And that's just like it's just Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, character wise, very balanced in my opinion. Even though I'm not that into like film stuff, it's just to me I think it's a well balanced show.
Yeah.
Oh, Sarah, who's your favorite side character?
Oh, Cece from New Girl.
Right.
She's my favorite side character because I feel like I resonated a lot with her being confident, because I had that journey of like being confident, going on my hot girl summer. She's just this strong, independent woman that didn't need any man, and I fuck with that. Don't know if I'm allowed to cuss, but I did.
Damn, she cuss. What the fuck, man? You shouldn't be doing that.
My favorite side character is Barney Stinson, just the ultimate side character.
But you're Ted.
It's Barney Stinson, the ultimate side character.
But you're Ted.
Just, just okay. Just
the question was, which side character do you like?
There's a reason why I like him, right?
I said which one you resonated with. Did I not ask the questions?
No, I re-asked it, actually. But yeah, Barney Stinson, just because if you think about it, he really carried How I Met Your Mother. Just every episode that he just made things entertaining, right? If anything, that show became legend. Wait for it. Dairy, because of him, That's another How I Met Your Mother
I don't drink
reference.
dairy milk.
Anyways, Barney Stinson. He's very self-explanatory if you guys watch How I Met Your Mother, which I think we got actually a lot of fans now from. Our little Instagram reel that did good about it. Right. But another tip to becoming the main character is to consider your supporting roles, just the supporting characters in your life. Why is it important to consider your supporting roles?
I think because their life is also happening the same time as yours, and they're also going through life and their challenges, and yeah, like being aware that that's happening.
I feel like also just like imagine like any TV show, right? And you're going through like, yes, you're going through your life, but it's like whenever the TV show cuts from the main character storyline, who does it play to? It goes to the side characters and what they're going through, right? So essentially, your life would also be not as interesting if you didn't
Have the side characters.
have a side
Yeah.
characters living out their lives, right?
Yeah.
Because then it's like when you guys do catch up as friends, you're like, so what happened with you?
Yeah, it's interconnected.
Yeah, it actually is. And at the same time, like once you guys come back together, it's like they've learned stuff, you've learned stuff, and then you guys can grow together as well.
Mhm.
So I always think like your movie or your show is only as good as your ensemble. Like your cast has to be
Yeah.
stellar for the story to just feel well crafted and well blended.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for like just your life in general too. Ken?
Sorry.
Oh, one more thing. If your supporting characters or your side characters aren't aren't interesting, then you're not gonna have interesting storylines play out, right? Because I like to think I'm not that interesting of a person, right? I really don't think so. I don't do anything interesting. I just live the same mundane life. But
I
having
don't think so.
I
There's a lot of plots in your life that you could, pull from.
I guess so. But you know what? You know who's carried a lot of my plots? Both of you guys, actually.
True. That is true.
Right? And like in my life, in a way, you guys, I mean, you're like a part of the main cast, like your season regulars, but like you guys would be my supporting characters. Like without Ken or Sarah, like the things that have happened in the last few months have passed my healing stage. Life has gone pretty good and entertaining on every end. So I thank my supporting characters in a way.
You gotta consider your side characters, which is your friends, right? You can side characters are meant to support you and help you through your tough times and your good times, right? You need a good contrast because you need different points of views, and it makes life all the more better, right?
Yeah.
This literally, Dom, my best friend, this dude does kung fu. I don't really know anyone else that does kung fu. I say kung fu because it's so much fun to say. It's very much fun to say. I know that's a kind of disrespectful term. It's kind of disrespectful term, I know, but to me, it's just really fun to say kung fu. Anyways, all right, karate. Was it karate or was it taekwondo? No, taekwondo. It was taekwondo. It was taekwondo. You see what I mean?
He named different martial. I just don't.
Anyways, do you not see what I mean? It's just a good contrast. I don't know shit about fighting. He does.
Okay. Yes, I agree with that.
Yes, and with fighting comes discipline. I don't know discipline sometimes, and he helps ground me. He helps humble me.
You have so many different points coming from everywhere.
I understand.
Your brain
that.
is working like a fucking
I know,
forest
I know.
fire.
Hopefully, the people who are like me understand and retain this information because right now it's like 2 a.m. I'm very choppy.
I think what you're trying to say is like by having
He's
your
gonna
supporting
mansplain.
characters.
Let me explain. Let's one explain
She's
there.
gonna woman's plane.
Basically, he's saying that by having the side characters, you can really learn a lot from them. He doesn't know anything about taekwondo because he called it kung fu. So,
I purposely call it kung fu.
anyways,
Fuck you,
you
dude.
can, you can pull from the different perspectives of your friends, through your journey of life.
Yes.
What she said. What she exactly said that I couldn't formulate in proper sentences.
Like just as a good example, I lost my touch at making new friends. Ken's great at making friends.
He is.
Right? And so I learned that I might not also be the most punctual or literal person when it comes to the way I speak.
Literal.
There's a way of saying this. I'm not the best speaker. Can you guys tell? But Sarah is, right? She's a really great speaker. I feel like at times, maybe not today or at this very moment, but I learned some ways of speaking. Nope, it's not coming out, guys.
Vocabulary?
Not vocabulary, but it's
Speaking structurally.
something like that. Yes.
Constructed
cohesively.
sentences.
Yeah.
Yes, big words.
Cohesively. Sorry. Clear and concise, basically.
Yes.
Because I have when me and Ken talk, it's very dude talk, and there's a lot of slang.
They not mumble, sorry. They go through a lot of
We speak in
mumbo
cursive.
jumbo.
We
Yeah.
speak in cursive.
But it's
essentially,
understandable.
But it is understandable to them.
to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
To
that
the 27K followers on TikTok,
Yeah.
it's understandable.
the TikTok understands auto captions.
Understands you.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, essentially side characters, they compliment you.
Yeah.
Strengths and your
just
weaknesses.
what we just did right there.
Exactly. Do you not understand what the fuck we're saying? We're so choppy right now.
Yeah.
And Sarah's just like, well flowed, and we're just like, yo, so this that
yeah, you know.
You
Yeah.
guys
Yeah,
need to
dudes
take
will
a
get it.
pause.
nah.
Mm,
Anyways, we also have to consider, like, at the same time that your life is going through, like everyone's lives are going through, like, be real. Like, that puts things in perspective that I'm like, okay, this is my life. This is what I'm doing at this time. And then when people post theirs, it's like, oh my God, like their lives are like also happening the same times
Yeah.
as mine. Like I'm a side character in their lives. And it's like, this person's at, you know, at her job, or this person's like
Yeah.
having a dance class. Like that's amazing.
I think you had another good point about how like your supporting characters can also leave your life.
Yeah, your supporting characters can be your friends, but also be the ones that left you.
I think me and Ken know that all too well.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, we have
Ken looks so confused.
Ken, dude. We have, you know, it was like she's like a season regular, main
Oh
cast.
yes,
you know?
yes.
Yeah,
Aw.
like it's not.
Essentially, when you lose a person that's supporting character, they were meant to serve that purpose for the reason for that season. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yo, I'm a fucking poet, bro.
Ooh.
I should get drunk
He's
and start
getting it back.
rapping. Anyways,
Found
but yeah,
it. He's found
essentially,
it. He's found his
essentially that's what we mean. It's like people come and go in your life, and you're always gonna learn something from them, right? It sucks that they don't stay a long time, but it was well worth it during that time, and now you can proceed to learn that lesson and implement it to your new friendships or your next season of life.
Mm-hmm. It's for the plot.
It is for the
it's
plot.
character
you know?
development.
They gotta
That's
leave. They
essentially
gotta
what it
leave the
is.
show to, you know, go on their own journeys too.
Yeah.
right? And then sometimes they just make appearances back in, and they teach you new things. Like
Yeah,
And
that's
really how
sometimes
it
they
goes.
don't.
I kind of like those like unexpected welcomes though, where it's just like they pop in like randomly and just you connect again, then they leave again. It's like, okay, you know, that's the purpose. That's
You
fine.
know, sorry, it was like when I had mentioned guest appearances. It's like
Uh-huh.
when in Disney show when someone from a different show came on. And
Oh,
then,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
You
yeah.
just hear that woo.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, which one was it? There's like a lot though.
Yeah,
There's a
whenever
lot.
like Raven popped up in Hannah Montana or vice versa.
Yeah, and then there's the one with Sweet and Cody's.
Sweet
I-
Life of Zack and Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I forgot who. I think it was always Miley Cyrus who appeared there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, dude. Yo, those Disney shows back then hit so different. Those collaborations, like it was literally just like two main characters into one show,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just great.
And she was a side character in that show.
Yeah,
You know, when Miley came on.
yeah, I miss Disney,
I miss the old Disney.
dude. When I was younger, I always felt like the main character. Like when I was a kid,
Literally,
you didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
what the fuck's going on. You're just exploring. You're just doing shit, and now
Yeah.
life is different. Where
Now you're in the sitcom era.
yeah,
Would
Like,
you guys
literally.
also notice that when you were younger, everything seemed so perfect?
Yeah.
You
I
didn't
mean, like,
realize flaws.
yeah, literally. Like, I think
Yeah.
it was I think somewhere in like psychology where it's just like we tend to like overshadow a lot of the dark things that have happened in our childhood
Mhm.
and just like gloss it over
yeah.
because it was such a great experience.
No,
Mhm.
but even then, like when I was experiencing my childhood, it was just like I didn't see flaws in people and like in anything. I mean, because maybe I wasn't knowledgeable at all of like
Also,
what flaws
I feel like
were.
you didn't have like any betrayals yet. You never had any like heartbreak. Like no one was talking shit about you in your face yet.
Yeah,
Like, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like there's so many things in life that you didn't experience yet.
Yeah.
And I saw it as like you just accepted the world as it is,
Yeah.
right?
And
just
you're
like,
just learning.
yeah, just like wow, this is cool, you know. And then once your conscience started like speaking up, like oh,
Yeah.
Sorry.
okay,
When
just thought
Eve
of-
ate the apple.
yeah,
I thought of it like when cavemen discover fire, like whoa. But then they
Whoa.
touch the fire. It's like oh,
lesson
what I'm saying?
learned.
Something that I feel like that I do that is pretty main character of me is like I narrate to myself. You guys ever narrate to yourself? Like, you know, when you're just like overthinking and you have thoughts going on in your head? No? You guys don't do that?
No, what does narrate to myself mean?
Narrating to myself, like, for example, like, okay, you guys have heard this example many times, but when my dad passed, I was just like always talking to myself.
Oh, okay,
And like,
yeah.
like, oh wow, like, what am I supposed to do now? Like, how am I gonna get through this?
Oh.
I'm asking myself the questions that a main character would ask themselves.
There's like a little
essentially.
voice in your head.
Yes, yes,
Which
yes.
50% of the people don't experience, actually. I saw
Really?
it was like a science. Yeah. People were arguing about it on the internet. Be like, you guys have that? Like,
Oh, I
you
remember-
don't?
I remember hearing that. I remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I don't
Oh.
know if it's 50%. I don't want to like claim
Right,
that.
right, right.
But
No
there were
specific
people.
percentages.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh wow. Well, you guys don't do that.
No, I
No,
do.
no.
I do. I have like
Okay.
this little voice in my head that would like narrate for me.
I
Yes.
talk to myself like all the day, every day.
Yeah, like literally everything. Like you can even just like, for example, like, oh, let's just say you're talking to a girl. You're just like, dude, what is the right thing to say right now? Like, how do I talk to her? Like, what am I supposed to do? Or like, just literally in any scenario where you're talking to yourself is essentially what I mean by do you narrate to yourself? Like, cause I feel like I've watched so many movies and TV shows that I like have scripts and dialogues just locked into my brain of like, oh, like this is what that person would say or this is what they would say. And I feel like also when I watch TV shows, this is me rambling real quick. When I watch TV shows, I pick up little things that characters do and add it onto my little habits and like little gestures that I do. You guys ever do that?
I think so. I just don't know who though. I mean, if anything, just like I'm gonna just say Will Smith just inhabited like confidence or just like this is goofy.
I feel like the way you speak comes from some Will Smith.
Yeah, it's just choppy. It's just the way
Choppy,
I like
but even the way that he like vocalizes his voice, like that's you.
I don't know the way I like to talk or speak. A little off topic, just like it's just direct. You know, it's like I don't want to like ease my way into it. Just like beat around the bush. Like
You don't sugarcoat.
Yes, from time to time I don't.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, but yeah, no, talking to myself, I like doing that. I do that every day. I love doing that. It is a form of self care because it really just like analyzes the root of your problem, like how you're doing, like your feelings and everything. Just like understanding yourself a little more, and it's great. And like I do that especially during the shower sometimes.
Oh yeah, I feel
I'm just talking to myself, or like when I'm brushing my teeth and I'm looking in the mirror, it's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, I'm chilling, dog. Right? It's like, oh, yo, what's good about your day? I'm like, oh, I did this and that. Right? It's like I ask questions just because it creates conversation for myself. So I feel less lonely, and I learn to like love myself a little more. Right? It's like I'm like content, fine with being alone. Right? So then that sense of like urgency for companionship is like gone. Right? Now I'm in my own world, this main character persona. Right? That's essentially how like I take care of myself too, in the same way. And just like having your own self-care days, right? As a main character, you know, main characters have like those like those solo episodes. It's just them doing what they like, right? I did
the little filler episodes.
Yeah, basically filler episodes.
Yeah,
and it's just like fun little things you get to do. Like that's like be on my way to work. I experience new shit on my way to work and while I'm at work, and it's just fun.
I like that you mentioned the shower thing. Like you talk to yourself. Because I definitely have arguments in the shower. Like not even
Oh
not even
no,
thoughts.
I do that.
I don't have like
Really?
Okay, listen. I don't have shower thoughts. I have shower conversations and arguments with myself in the shower. Because if someone like said something clever to me, I'm gonna be like, you know what? And then I'll play out the entire scenario in my head, and then I'll remember what to say. Like there was this one time, this lady, I think she just like yelled at me for some reason out of Winners, and I was like, what the fuck? And I did not know what to say.
Yeah.
And then I remember scrolling through TikTok, and there was this one girl that said like, oh, if someone was ever like harassing you verbally, you just say, I don't like being spoken to like that. And then just walk away. So now every time, if anybody verbally harasses me, I'll just be like, I don't like being spoken to like that. And then I'll walk away. And then I reclaimed my power back so that she didn't take it away. Or whoever said it to me. Or they. I don't know how they identify as.
You really never had shower conversations with yourself?
No.
It's fun, bro.
Because I just play music and I just sing.
I mean, I do that too. But
Like,
I also do
I
it
don't
during
listen
the
to
music.
music. Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
you
crazy.
Psycho, dog.
I shower. I go to the shower with my phone, and I like would either play a Fortnite video, like in the background of just like someone playing Fortnite, like a playthrough, like someone just playing Fortnite. Like my favorite streamer.
Northeast.
Yeah.
Who's
Anyways,
building?
that
Then she
or
starts looking.
or I don't play anything at all, and I just like literally talk to myself in the shower.
I can't.
I'm kind of crazy.
Oh, you know what? I do that in the car when I'm driving.
I thought you listen to music in the car.
No, but like there'll be times where like I'm like, what the fuck just that? Like I'll just be like so mad. Like I'll be mad at some sort of thing and just start talking. Like as I'm driving, like, did that really just happen? Like as I'm like, commuting. Yeah.
Shower conversations are funny. Because, okay, the way I like think of it, it's like, it's a little off topic. But in a sense, when I have a shower conversations or arguments, I like putting myself in both perspectives. So I can like understand why am I saying this bullshit? Why is he saying saying this bullshit too? I'm like, oh, that's your point of view. This is my point of view. And essentially that's how I've created this thing where I have an open mind. Right.
Nice.
So now I'm able to like
See both sides.
see both sides, just enter in every single factor as to why they make this decision. It's a great skill, great skill. But yeah, self-care.
A main character moment that I had that I wanted to also talk about was when it was like really long ago. Me and Ken, one time he just called me out of the blue and he said like, "Can we meet up?" And we went to the back of his elementary school.
Oh,
And we were just talking about his problems. I don't know. I forgot what it was. I think I remember, but I don't.
I know this night.
But I remember that like he was just being really vulnerable with me and like all his like his whole thought process. And I feel like a very main character thing to do is to be vulnerable with everyone like around you, because essentially now it's like you get to hear what they have to say about the situation. You get to, be closer to them. Like they can feel more connected to you because now it's like, oh wow, you're opening your life to me. Right. And that's essentially what it means to kind of like be in like a movie or a show. It's like when two characters get to just kind of like flesh out and like get closer and connect more. And I feel like that's just super important because then whatever they have to say also could teach you a lesson and could be like, oh wow, I needed to talk to you because now I got what I needed to hear. And it's one of those moments that you can have, because if you just close yourself off to everybody, then you don't get to have those moments. You don't get to have those light bulb moments of like, wow, I actually like the fact that I went through that and now I'm talking to this person. Not only did my relationship with them like grow, but now I feel like I've gone through that in a better way than if I just bottled things up. You get to actually really like have things flourish for you in both ways, not just your connection with somebody, but in your own storyline.
I mean, key point to that too is like main characters aren't always gonna have good moments.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like when people think of main character, it's like it's always romanticized. It's good. It's fun. It's like fulfilled.
It's the highlights.
Exactly,
Yeah, it's the highlights essentially, right? Nah, dude. Like what Dom just said about the story of like me being vulnerable. Like that's facts. Main characters have their breakdowns. I mean, look at Ted. That dude got left at the altar, bro. Right? And it's like that dude's cried on camera and whatever. Like, if that's not a more main character moment, then I don't know what you're asking for. Right? Main characters will go through their own life, go through their own shit. Right? Main characters always experience downs. Right? You will always experience downs in your life. So it's great to be vulnerable because you're just releasing all that stress and everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Right? And I kind of prefer more the downs sometimes than the highs.
No, for real. Like, because without the downs, you can't really experience the highs at its potential.
A lot of movies, well, all movies have
Right.
some sort of like challenge that they have to overcome. And there's like the climax, and then they have them like overcoming it. Yeah. So I would say, like the most times you will feel like the main character is when you are going through your toughest battles.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I agree.
I think it's so there's a thing called in filmmaking, we call it save the cat beat sheet. And essentially it's like moments and sections of like, you know how you guys have in English class, the story arc, like how plots are supposed to be beginning, middle, end, like climax, conflict resolution, all that stuff, right? There's a moment where it's like when all is lost. So in every movie, I'm going to ruin some movies for you guys, but the main character has a moment where all is lost and it looks like what they wanted throughout the whole movie is not going to be attained. And in that very moment, it's either where they do get it or they lose it completely. And it's in every movie you'll find it. And I feel like that's in every moment that you are also like at your worst. Like it's like, am I going to get what I wanted, or am I going to just get a lesson and learn a new truth about how life is, essentially? Yeah.
I like that, new truth. You're always going to grow as a main character, always going to change. That's essentially what we just said.
Yeah, and if you think about it, the times that you are going through stuff, that's when you inspire people the most.
Yeah, like if you guys remember, I said like you gotta be greater than what you suffer. Like I know that whatever I'm dealing with, like the passing of my dad, the breakups, everything, I know that someone's looking at me like, how the hell is he doing this? But if I get through this, they're gonna be inspired, and not to be egotistical or anything, but it's like I know that someone out there is looking at me like, if he can get through it and still have a smile on his face, so can I.
Because of everyone having this view of being a main character, some people think being the main character is like, it's like negative, it's like toxic, it's like it's bad side of mentality. What do you guys think about that?
Like being the main character, because essentially you're focusing too much on yourself.
And like you're romanticizing your life a little too much or something like that.
I mean, I think it's good to romanticize the way you're living your life because at the end of the day, it's your life. Like, you get to do whatever you want. Like, no one can tell you what to do about it. But I guess it's sometimes documenting too much is kind of a downfall because then when are you truly enjoying your main, like whatever's happening in your life? Like when are you truly enjoying your life if you're documenting everything and like stressing about getting the perfect shot and making the perfect video?
Right. I think it's definitely a way of seeing things for sure. But from my perspective, being the main character is not about that. Like, it is about growth at the end of the day, because every character goes through growth, right? They have their whatever they've come to believe, right? Tried and tested throughout the movie, and then boom, they have grown above that. So they don't necessarily like, oh, whatever I have, like I'm gonna push it onto you, push it onto you, push it onto you. I don't think that's what a main character does. And like we said before, they consider their supporting roles. They let everyone live out their lives too. Being like, if you put the context of like the main character means it's all about you, you're confusing main character and main star. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all scenes are about you. It's like, no, it's like there's my scenes and there's this person's scene or this person.
Like, essentially, they're like the director. Is that what
Exactly.
You mean?
Yeah.
Like you're showing yourself a certain way
Yeah.
to like entice the viewers,
Yeah.
entice the people, right? So that's a kind of bringing it back to the documentation part, where a lot of people just like fake it on social media. You know, we've all heard this where like people just like post to make their life seem glamorous or this and that, right? And at the end of the day, they're just like really not happy, right? And you can kind of tell who's faking it and who's not, right? Like, I like to think that I did a highlight of my day today, right? You guys all saw the takeover if you were like on it, but that's literally just like my life, right? I wasn't faking that at all. Like, I'm just like showing you guys what I did throughout the day. It's like I'm enjoying that, right? To me, that's like my little main character moment. It's like, hey, let me just share this, right? And I'm not faking it. I'm not trying to do it to impress you guys or anything, right? And I don't record every single moment of my life because I enjoy the little things. I enjoy my alone time. I enjoy literally just like lying down on the grass. The amount of times I've gone to my old elementary school and just lied down on the grass just to like look at the sky with my bike just there. I'm just like listening to music, right? Like, I didn't record that, right? Not many people know like I do that or like do certain things like this. And that's great because I don't want to document my whole life.
Yeah.
Right? I want to embrace these little moments to myself and just keep that. And it's more rewarding, I'm more grateful for these moments.
It's more peaceful.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
I also feel like I enjoy it less when I do record everything because I've done that. I've done the whole like vlogging your day, every single moment, not wanting to miss it. And it just got tiring. It's like I didn't enjoy doing the things that I was doing because I always had to get the perfect shot or I always had to be doing something that I'm like, why am I not just living in the moment?
I felt like I really felt that when Ken remembers when I was shooting my documentary of my life.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I remember editing it and just wanting to make it perfect. But it's like, life's not perfect. So why are you trying to make this documentary of your life perfect? Right? So then I let myself throw in some just authentic moments in there. You know, just letting things flesh out the way it's supposed to be. And that's also how I want this podcast to be. Like, we've inserted a few bloopers here and there in the podcast. Like, we're free to just like be ourselves. I think there was one video where we did about like who we are from way back when. And I presented, it was like a testimonial, and I presented it to my class. And there's a part where we were just messing up the intro. Yeah. And I put it in there. And everyone loved how authentic that was. Because that's who we are. We don't like to like, you know what I mean? But yeah.
We don't want to like give you guys bullshit.
Facts.
Like, literally, we've messed like this whole podcast. I'm telling you guys right now, we collectively have fucked up so many times. Maybe more on my part, but it's just like moments like those where you don't have to record those. Like, you guys probably not gonna see some of them, but it's just like authentic. It makes your life more real if you don't have to record it.
You're human, right? You know?
Yeah, like, you're gonna make mistakes, right? And those people that just like post to like fake it, like, eventually it kind of like hinders relationships or friendships. Like, literally, like, one example is like your mom house, right? Literally, they kind of broke up. I didn't watch all the videos, but I know they broke up. Like not broke up, but like left the house altogether, and it was kind of sad. I'm like, dude,
You know what one of the reasons was?
I swear it's just because like they just started recording just like work, right? They weren't actually like having fun anymore.
Yeah. So one of the reasons that your mom's house broke up was because the fans expected like, oh, like why isn't this person in your video? Or why isn't this person in your video? And they were almost like expected to record with amongst each other.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone has their own lives.
Yeah.
And so that's where people get lost in translation with like what it means to like document your life sometimes. Not every person needs to be a part of this little thing that we're making. For us to like not have a show or whatever. Like everyone gets to go through their own things. Like
like one thing that's funny, I remember I was on live, right? And people were asking like, yo, where's Dom? Where's Dom? I'm like in my head, I told them like, we don't live together. We're not brothers. Okay, he has his own shit. I have my own shit. Right? I was just doing a little takeover that I just went on live, and I'm just like, what the fuck? People think we're brothers. You not see the skin difference, dog? I mean, if you're on Spotify,
I mean, for the longest time, it's always just like, oh, Dom and Ken. So it's like whenever there's Ken, where's Dom?
We're a package deal, bro.
Yeah. Even though I go off on my own like a lot.
Yeah, Ken has his own story, and yeah, dude, he really is the main character sometimes, bro. I can't lie.
Dude, honestly, it just happens. It just happens.
One thing that I hated hearing growing up, because I love movies, was I've been told so many times that life is not like the movies, and I've always hated that because it totally is. Like maybe not like the sci-fi stuff or like, I mean, we never know, but not like, you know, like all the extra stuff, maybe the little stuff that's just specifically for fiction. But movies are essentially based off some people's real life experiences.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
they can resonate with you and they can play out too.
Do you think they say that because like a lot of the movies they watch have a happy ending, and they say that in a way to warn you that like you won't get the happy ending all the time?
It definitely is like that for sure. And I just also feel like their life must be boring or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because for me, life is a movie. It is what you make of it. Like you can do so many different things in your life and have all these different side missions. And like, it'll always play out beautifully. Like, I think whether it's you lose or you win, it's still a movie at the end of the day. Like that's such a main character thing to do.
It's an ongoing movie.
It really is. Too much character development or fun fillers. Like you have that, you know?
You guys think your life is a movie?
Yes, dude.
Oh my God.
Dude, all of August, dude. I was like, dude, what's next? Like, what episode is this, guys?
If your life is a movie, what trope is it right now?
Ooh. I don't know. I'm in school,
Why
bro.
you look so defeated?
I'm in school right now, so it's tough out. I'm trying to I'm the student that's trying to manage a lot of shit. That's even a trope.
I feel like, so it was so funny because one night Ken looked at me and he said, Dom, you gotta start writing this show right now. Because I have said to him, I'm like, I wanted to start writing like a sitcom based on our lives. And he was like, dude, you gotta start writing. I'm like, you think I haven't started writing? Like, dude, this shit is gold. Like,
yeah.
And so like even every adventure that we've had just downtown of like this big group of friends, like it just felt like such a, like How I Met Your Mother or like Friends, or like when I'm at work and I have fun with my coworkers, it's it's The Office or Superstore. Like it really is like whatever you make it out to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
iCarly. Sorry.
Dude, this is iCarly.
iCarly.
This is literally iCarly.
That's the trope. Anyways, sorry, continue.
Dude.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. You guys didn't answer my question.
Who's Freddy?
Huh?
Who's Freddy? Who's Carly? Who's Sam?
Dude, we're the two, like, we're Carly and Sam.
I'm Freddy.
And Spencer.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm Gibby.
Gibby. Yeah, you totally are Gibby. You are Gibby.
We know this podcast has been very choppy and a little bit all over the place, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Mind you, it's 2 a.m. that we're recording right now.
Yes.
You know, we got a little delay, a little carried away. But yeah, hopefully you guys took a couple things from this. You know, you learned a lot. And if not, who knows? But here, let me ask you guys this then. For the viewers. Comment down below any of your like main character moments that you've experienced in your life, good, bad, whatever it may be. And so, yeah, just like let us know, because I'm curious to know. We are curious to know what's happened in your life, But yeah, so this has been episode 60 of why you should be the main character in your life. And with that being said, we just want to let you guys know we just dropped the Project U shirts, which is in the link in the bio, in the description. We launched it about like 2 days ago. And if there are any sizes,
We
just
apologize.
like if there aren't any sizes, we might be doing pre-orders pretty soon. But if there are still sizes left, cop one before it gets sold out.
Yeah, man. Be a part of the first launch,
Yeah.
Oh.
And we just want to like release more stuff. We have a lot of things planned for Project U and for the booth, just keeping you guys updated. But yeah, if you're new here, thank you for watching, maybe possibly your first episode. But yeah, that's been the Booth Podcast. My name is Ken.
Sarah.
And please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this episode. Tune into our Spotify and our Apple Podcast. Our socials will be in the description below. That's been it. Peace out.
And make sure you go buy a shirt. Peace.